Okay, we're back. Don't know what the heck was going on. I turned off all the instances that were running, restarted the game, and it said, "Oh, all of your save games suck. They're no good." Okay, so I deleted them all and restarted, and here we are. Crash landing on Akua. Used to be you could steer yourself somewhat, but they decided to prevent that. Alright, so here we are. Injured and alone. Don't know how the hell we got here. Ah! Okay. Weird spawns. By the way, these things are not hazardous. They do make for good meat, but I'm not going to shoot them right now. I've got other things to do. I was on the station in Jupiter orbit. How did I end up here? Unknown planet, unknown anything, and the first thing I do is start broadcasting a signal that other folks might track to find me. I don't know if I'm that smart. Hey, I'm getting a signal. Kind of weak. Well, as long as I'm here, let's start raiding the place for useful items. Anyway, as I was explaining to my non-present listeners, just on the hopes that somebody picks it up as a VOD later on, which apparently some people have done with my experimental attempts at broadcasting. I've crash landed on this planet. I don't know where the hell I'm at, and the first thing I do is start transmitting a signal that anybody could possibly track and find me, which I'd like to be found. I don't know why I'm here. I have amnesia. But nobody responded. There was some sort of signal which didn't come through clearly. I need a better antenna to pick it up. Lo and behold, there appears to be an antenna from a crashed spacecraft a few hundred meters away. And I am going to wander over and see if I can possibly connect up to it. But I am, in the meantime, grabbing some resources. Seems like metal and graphite and things just are laying on the ground here. No particular reason, I'm sure. And freaky plants that I've never seen.
Today?
Alright, so I'm going to have to dig down and get to the antenna.
Yeah.
Okay, I found the communications uplink. Put my suit in, boost the signal. And we'll update drivers and do all this other funky technical stuff, which is just a way to kill a few moments of time in the game and add some flavor text. And now I start receiving a transmission that isn't exactly official. Yes, I'm talking to a computer that was also offline until a few moments ago. The computer is supposed to help me, but it wasn't working right. It rebooted when it detected my escape pod's distress beacon. Why in the world was I in a pod and in distress? I don't know. I have to say that while I realized that this technical difficulty was just for the plot elements, it's really strange that they did not manage to have the satellite transmitting on the same frequency as my ship suit. Okay. My original role is to utilize systems at my disposal to scan, analyze, categorize, and direct personnel operations. And I'm the only UCH personnel on the planet? And I don't even know why I'm here. I have no idea. And, okay. Information about we were going to leave the Apollo station. Function of the warp field generator was to take the whole fleet. And enter the wormhole produced by spatial rift identified as anomaly C112. We were then diverted from our plotted course forcibly into an uncharted branch of hyperspace, a branch that ended in orbit above our present location. And we basically got diverted 325,000 to maybe 3 million light years. And at that point, the IDA primary, the information data assistant, loaded a submind into the surveillance satellite and ejected it to gather intelligence. But for some reason, it didn't initiate properly until it received my escape beacon. Now, it's downloaded a bunch of information on origins of the UCH, the fleet, and the mission, uh, which I actually covered already, and frankly is boring. It's just background. We don't need to know background. It's, stupid history lessons that we probably learned in elementary school. Okay, so now I have permanent contact with Ida in orbit, and we're discovering the limitations of AI humor. After all, why is a laser beam like a goldfish? Neither one can whistle. Yeah, coming the classics there. If you don't recognize it, go read some Heinlein. Meanwhile, Ida decides, okay, I'll start doing this humor thing. And yes, I am going to regret that. What? There's another crashed ship nearby? And this one's a lot more than just a piece of an antenna. So, seems to be dead. Looks like it crashed pretty hard. Alright, so it's a kilometer and a half over there. Now that I've gotten some experience, though, we need to pick up some skills. Bioethanol, that's a good idea. Fuel cell, but I don't really need that yet. Portable constructor, big one. Thermal regulator, I'll be needing that. Matter transmitter, not yet. Tools. We'll need that soon. Mechanical drill, portable work light. We haven't got to the multi-tool yet. Weapons, always a good thing. Shotgun. Alright, can't get the assault rifle yet. Can't get the armor yet. Alright, that'll do for starters. We'll start the portable constructor after that. And then a bunch of energy bars. I will need food eventually. Okay. So a little bit of crashed stuff, wreckage, grab pieces of things to exploit and build with. let's back up over here. Because it's going to get cold. Alright, we're going to go back here and we're going to use that to store things. Actually, we're going to use this to store because we're going to use it to build with too. Okay, first thing we're going to do build a shotgun. And build a bunch of shells. And then back to the suit instructor. A thermal regulator. Nope, can't do that. Used up all the iron. There's some more. Okay, so I'm grabbing a few pieces of ore here and there in order to make more bullets. Notice the temperature is down to 62. It may not get too cold tonight, but just in case, I went ahead and built the thermal regulator. I keep wanting to call it a thermal detonator. Probably need to put some blocks down to hold that up. It's starting to get cold. Thought I created, there it is. Much better. But you got to stay right next to it. Need a little bit better locomotion here. So I'm going to start a hover bike construction kit. This replaces the vanilla game's motorcycle. It has its pluses and minuses. The biggest problem with the motorcycle was that it would keep flying after you got off of it. Well, not really flying, but running. If you got off of it at speed, it would continue straight on, and that was not a good thing when straight on happened to be into the water, because it wouldn't slow down. It would just go way off deep into the water, into the seaweed where you could not see it. And at this point in the game, you don't have any um, ability to swim. I mean, you can swim, but you can't swim underwater because despite what this looks like, it is not a spacesuit. In fact, you don't have a helmet. So, when you jump in the water, and start trying to search for your motorcycle amongst all the plant life, well, you start drowning. This is not a good thing. I don't recommend it. Incidentally, what? Source defense. Salvage. Hello. The device that I'm using here is sort of a triple gun. It, as you can see, can be used to defend yourself. It can salvage things, and it can pick up resources. Why and how it works in such a way is to need a separate mode for picking up resources as opposed to picking up manufactured goods. No, no. Just make up this shit, okay? So anyway, as you can see, I've been constantly flubbing it and trying to pick up manufactured materials in the resource mode, and vice versa. Now you notice that I skipped when I was building personal arms for defenses. I kind of ignored this thing because it sucks. And I skipped straight over the pistol and went to the shotgun. There's a reason for that. The shotgun is good. The pistol's okay, but it's not the greatest thing in the world. I don't know if you've noticed, but I can actually see now. It's not like the moon has risen. I'm not sure where the moon's at right now. We do have one, but it's always darkest just before dawn and right after dusk. You can't see shit at that point. But hey, afterwards, it'll lighten up a little bit and you can kind of see. blocks to help support the sides. Oops. Right. Have to remember, put the kit into the constructor and then build the item. No, no. There. Now, the nice thing about the hover bike is it doesn't require any fuel. The bad thing about the hover bike is it catches on everything. Yeah, see, I haven't gone and run the mission yet, so it keeps trying to remind me, hey, I've discovered this new thing out here. Whatever. Alright, we're gonna go run over here. And see what this heat signature is. Oh look, it's another piece of junk just like the last one. Except this time much of it as we can carry because the bike has absolutely no carrying capacity. We'll have to make a hover vehicle for that. And we're going to need a lot more stuff before we make a hover vehicle. And we're going to need some more skills because I worked on miscellaneous and weapons first. Doing okay on carrying capacity. And oh, by the way, the gun needs absolutely no ammunition. Something that will not be true as we move further along. Now, I don't know if you noticed this, but I actually have two constructors now. One is inherent to the suit, and it will allow you to bootstrap your way back up into a full... Oh, and there we go. We've gotten full. It'll bootstrap you back up into a full set of gear and everything else. Yeah, that's the one we just left. Alright, so... that should be it. Now, the annoying thing is that the hover bike will not sit there. Within a few minutes, it will pack itself into a very limited form, and a few minutes after that, it'll just disappear completely. I guess there was a problem with people leaving them sitting all over the place. I don't know. There we go. To solve the problem of it disappearing, you can just pick it back up and put it in your inventory. This is one reason why I try to get to the HV as quick as possible, the hover vehicle. And then, of course, the hover vehicle turns into a pain in the butt because it keeps running into trees and rocks and everything else, some of which it can bulldoze through and some of which it can't. Okay, so, it is only 8:17 p.m., but I am going to knock off a lot earlier than I intended to because I'm going to have to fix the VODs, combine the two, and fix a bunch of other little things. Later.